Hello, everyone. This is Tam, and I'm coming to you again with another edition of I Know Sports Too. All right, today we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs. There were some good games this weekend, some very close games, with the exception of one blowout. But it was, for the most part, it was a very, very fun-filled weekend with football and closeness and stuff like that. Well, let's get into this first. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this out the way. We won't have to talk about no more. We'll be done with it. Tim Tebow getting defeated by the Patriots. Well, actually destroyed by the Patriots, but it kind of killed the Tebow mania and all the media blitz and stuff. But as you know, have anyone noticed they still trying to find a way to slide Tebow on in there into the media anyway? I just got something to say about this. There's no shame to losing to Tom Brady. There's no shame to losing to Bill Belichick. There's no shame into losing to the Patriots as a whole, even though their defense is iffy. The Denver's D was way off. Their corners was off, and you weren't gonna stop Gronk and Hernandez, and and Branch had a good game that you think and everything. But to Tebow, it's just a message from me, real quick. I like the way you handled the media. You done it with class. And in spite of the adversities and obstacles you had to face, you always kept a smile on your face. You never let them waver you from what you were supposed to do or what your goal was to achieve in this business. And I wish you much good luck in the future. And keep doing what you do. And you become great. It might be in football, it may be in something else, but at least now you have a platform to everybody knows who you are, and whatever goal you try to achieve, you just keep going for it. And that's it. And I'm done. And it doesn't get any better than that. Let's move on. The next game, New Orleans Saints against the 49ers. I was sitting there like on the edge of my seat wondering, it was going back and forth the whole time. But my question for San Francisco is this: how you let not New England, I'm sorry. How you let New Orleans get back in the game with 5 turnovers? I don't get it. That shows a little lack of discipline on your defense part, because there's no way I'm going to have a team that has like 5 turnovers. I mean, your offense, my bad. There's no way I'm going to have somebody make 5 turnovers and still came down to like the last minute or so of winning this game. Because, truth be told, if the corner had stopped Vernon Davis, that'd have been game, regardless. So y'all got to improve on that. Yeah, do something about that if you're planning on getting the ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl. And shout out to Vernon Davis. Boy, you thought somebody would give birth. Somebody birthed your baby. Or you won like $100 million. But I get it, you're happy. But go to the Super Bowl first. Go to the Super Bowl first. And now I would understand it better if he was crying if he was going to the Super Bowl. I get that. Long time coming. People say you were a bust. Singletary didn't give you a chance. I get all that. Yada, 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 yada. But, bruh. All that crying and falling into your coach's arms, that looked a little... No. I know you're happy. I'm happy for you. From one Davis to another. Good luck. But, let's move on from that. But like I said, congratulations to the 49ers. You got a big task ahead of you against the Giants. And I'm telling you, the Giants look very, very much like the Super Bowl champions. Back in the past, it's scary how they making these runs on the road against some pretty good teams and some great defenses. Eli is proving that he's stepping out his brother's shadow and becoming his own in the NFL. And maybe after Eli gets another one, maybe these comparisons can stop, because as far as I'm concerned, which that's a discussion that we have in our group, that I'm done with the discussion of who's the better Manning. About that, you can have stats for days. You can be great regular season, but when I choose my QB, I want to know who's clutch. I want to know who's going to make that play. Can I depend on you to make the play at the end of the game? We down, say, like 3 points. Who I want the ball? Who I want to have the ball? Eli Payton. Eli for me. Because he's going to either run it or he's going to try to find a way to get it in there. And he's proven that more than one time. So it's not like a one-trick pony. It's actual fact. He done this quite a few times. So you got to give Eli his props. And they need to stop the comparisons. They're two different brothers with two different levels of games. But I tell you this, it's like a running joke in our household that if Eli wins another one, Peyton, neck injury or not, he's going to be back next year to try to, go for it again and going to probably be out in the wheelchair trying to wheel himself out there and be like, hey, let me throw, but, it is what it is. If one brother trying to be better than the other brother, that's fine. I guess because all the hoopla with Peyton doing all these great stats every year that he's actually better. No, that's not the case. Because everybody wants that ultimate goal, and that's a championship. And that's what you work for hard for all year to get done. So, we'll see what happens. But like I said, good luck to the Giants. They defeated the Packers. Packers have no reason to hang their head. But it's kind of funny, Aaron Rodgers had like 2 weeks of rest. I think a little bit of rust probably came into play. Also seeing your backup QB set a record that probably should have been yours in a way, by you being the better QB and all. But I've been said this about the Packers. The Packers have a very good receiver core. They have good tight ends. They have a good running game. And you can pretty much stick anyone in that core and they will do well. Ask Matt Flynn. It could be done. So when everybody's saying like, and don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is a good QB. I have no problem with Aaron Rodgers. I hope he gets another ring so they can like finally got this Favre shadow for good. And it's just that it is what it is. When you got a good, cast of characters around you, you can pretty much achieve anything that you want to achieve. And, when Matt Flynn did what he did, that kind of like killed it. Especially his MVP chances, in my opinion, because I still think Drew Brees should get it because he broke the record and he done all these things and he achieved all these goals this year. So my vote still goes for Drew Brees. I mean, let me know what you think. Put it in the comment section. Let me know who you think is the MVP this year. Would it be Brees, Rodgers, or Brady? They might try to give it to Brady. Depends on how far he go if he defeats the Ravens this weekend. But in my opinion, it still should be Drew, personally. But I don't have a vote, so. I have a little rant. About the NBA. Well, about my Celtics, real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get this on out the way. As a fan, and when I thought that everyone came back to Boston, the goal was we were going to go ahead, put a team together, and let's try to make this run again. Then the Perk trade came. Why? That's all I want to know, Danny Ainge. Why? What you could have did is kept Perk, and when the big three did their thing again, you could have built a team around Perk and Rondo. And in a way, now I regret the big baby trade. Sometimes if something's not broken, don't fix it because it doesn't need to be fixed. And that's what they were trying to do. And really, in the end, by the time you pay the big three, when you put them together, you didn't have any more money to go out there and acquire some big-time names out there that probably were available. So now we're stuck with people, no shade, and I love you as a Celtic eventually. like Michael Petras and Brandon Bass was a good, acquisition, but it still wasn't enough. So you need to figure out how you're going to go forward in the future and still maintain these fans and build a team around Rondo because, all right, Paul, Kevin, and Ray, they soon to retire. Probably even without another ring, they're going to retire. They're getting older. They want to enjoy life, whatever. And while they're still young. So, yeah, anyway. And shout out to OKC, Russell Westbrook. I see you finally got yourself together. Keep it up. Okay? You're doing really well right now. I see you guys coming out the West. Everybody's on this Clippers thing, which the Clippers are doing great, but you see already, Chris Paul's injured again. Well, I have nothing else to say about that, but you knew you was what you were getting when you got him, and you got, you just can't, you're not gonna go far if somebody's always injury prone, and that's my fear. What's going to happen with the Bobcats if they happen to acquire Stephon Curry? He can't stay healthy in Golden State. What makes you think he'll stay healthy here in Charlotte? It's not gonna work. I know he's a hometown boy, and y'all trying to sell tickets, but think about the bigger picture. You're trying to win something. And you can't win if your main guy is always injured or is injury prone or whatever. That's the problem with Golden State because Monte Ellis is a great player and they have great people around like David Lee and things like that. But when you're injured, it's not going to work. And also when you don't play hardly no defense. So that's the Knicks' problem as well. The Melo trade, how'd it working out? And let me tell you something for those that never knew me in the past. I was a big Knicks fan. The Knicks kind of like killed me a little bit when the Isaiah Thomas and Stephon Marbury and all that stuff was going on. They kind of like killed it for me. I still love the Knicks deep down in my heart. Being used to living in New York and my parents, they're still there and everything, and going to games and things of that nature. But once you do damage, it's hard to repair. And the first thing you got to do first is get rid of the coach. These guys don't play no defense. None. Amari done disappeared. Melo's now getting on this injury-prone thing, and it's just really not a good look for you guys. But we'll see. We'll see what the Knicks do later on, a little later on in the season. But y'all better hurry up because y'all don't have long, So it is what it is. Let's see what else is there to talk about today. I want to give a shout out to the members of my group. I know sports too. It's all about sports. Gabe, Ray, Lee, Neo, Tino, where are you, bruh? We miss you. Come on back. Quentin, Theron, all you guys have lively discussions on a daily basis, and I want to thank you for making the group successful and keep the group going, keep it going strong. Sometimes I have to be the only female they're representing, but we do, I do what I do. Also, shout out to Moni. She's my other female in the group that, responds often. So, shout out to my group members. Let's grow. Let's grow. When I grow, you grow. So, let's grow. Okay? Embrace progress. Let's go. I'm ready to take some of y'all with me. I might even have some of y'all when I try to do this show. We'll see. Also, some special happy birthday to Muhammad Ali, the greatest. He's 70 years old on today. Also, happy birthday to Michelle Obama. She's 48 today. Happy birthday, First Lady. Shout out to you. And I want to end this video with this for sports fans. I'm seeing a couple of things, bandwagoners, whatever. And when your team lose, I don't mind you rooting for another team, but when you go all in for another team when your team lost, that shows me your lack of loyalty. Just stay. You can cheer for another team, but stay loyal to your team. Um, I'm done with the Steelers. I haven't seen a couple of those. All right, bye. Steelers Nation is big enough without you. Bye. Do we care? No. We're bigger than that. We are a nation. That's why we are called Steeler Nation. And in spite of how bad they doing right now, Boston, I'm done with Boston. Yeah, okay, I admit Boston made me rethink some things, but you know what? I'm going anywhere right now. I'll stick with them. I got OKC in the pocket, because I like Durant. And besides, Durant is on my fantasy team, so, gotta get it in there. But just remain loyal. You still can love your team. You still can root for another team. But when you start going and buying gear and talking about I'm done and you need to fire this, you need to do this, and you need to do that, and it's noise eating, so. But that's about the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, this is for Lonnie. I told you I was going to do the Undertaker's voice. I'm going to give it a try. I might sound like Big Ange off My Wives a little bit when I do it, but I'm going to try it. Okay, here it goes. To Tebow Mania, may you rest in peace. Okay, Lonnie, I hope you're happy with that. I'm not doing nothing else with that. And, that was my attempt. I probably sound like Big Ange, didn't it? All right, I'm done. No, I'm not even going to go there with Big Ange. I like Big Ange. Girl, I like you, girl. I love you, Big Ange. Hey, girl. All right, that's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know. Please rate, favor, subscribe, share, whatever. Tell your friends about me. There's more stuff to come, more improvements. I'm new at this. Give me a minute. I get it together. And it's all about PBI this year, next year, and beyond. So let's get it done. And that's about it. I'm out. Evil out. 1